First and foremost, we give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world calls Christ, Yahweh Son. Brother Chief Priest, all is also like GRLA. We the Hebrew Israelites. We come out week in, week out to teach you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians the truth of this Bible and our true nationality and identity that's been stolen and that's been robbed from us over the course of these years, man. Over the course of the last 500 years, the greatest crime that have ever been committed have been committed here on the shores of North, Central, and South America. We're talking about the theft of people. We're talking about the theft of land. We're talking about the theft of labor, right? We've built an empire for a group of people, and we sit here and we tap dance and entertain them around the clock, right? Around the clock, we entertain these people, right? And then here again, right, they tell the Negro to jump, and the Negro gonna say how high, the dunk contest going on tonight, the skills competition. You think it's a new thing in the earth? A skills competition? You used to have to showcase your skills to see which damn white man was gonna buy your black ass, man. Not too long ago. Now here you are again, showing off your skills to see which white man gonna buy your ass. What do I mean by that? They got NBA teams, they got owners. The owners sign your ass to a contract based upon the skills that you have and what they think you can bring to their team, aka their plantation. Ain't nothing but modern day slavery that's going on right now. Give me that, Salaki, give me out of the book of Ecclesiastes, man. Give me the book of Ecclesiastes. Right? There's no new thing under the sun. That's what I need, man. Because that's what you so-called Negroes and Latinos, I always think there's some new stuff going on. Oh, this the new. It's that new. Ain't nothing new going on. All right? It's the same old thing. It's just a rerun. You look outside, you look around, it ain't nothing but a rerun. Right? So read. 3:16? 1 and 9. Select it. 1 and 9. You all right?
1 verse 9. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
Ain't nothing new under the sun, man. That's what you got to understand, so-called black and Hispanic, man. There's nothing new under the sun. So what we got tonight in these NBA All-Star festivities with the skills competition and the dunk contest, understand something. It is no new thing under the sun. This is nothing new. This has been going on since the beginning of time, man. Or at least since the beginning of America. You've been having Negroes trying to show off and showcase their skills for their damn master. Right? These same Negroes next year, they go, look what they did in the school competition, Jim. Yeah, you see what he did? He was throwing those passes, man. He hit them three-pointers. Right? We need him at our plantations. Right? There's nothing new. I what y'all don't understand, man. You think all you was doing in slavery was picking cotton, man? There was other things you were doing. They used to deal with certain brothers who dealt with the horses, man. Right? They'll watch you ride the horses. They'll bet on that. And so this brother gonna raise my horse. I'm gonna buy him. Right? They have fighters. Right? Had you in there fighting, brawling, brother with the best brawl. They want the champion fighter. Right? So ain't none of this stuff new. Right? Read it again.
The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
Ain't nothing new out here, man. It's the same show, just a rerun. That's all this is. But how many times you gonna see this rerun before you wake up, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man?
That's right.
See, a rerun is something that everybody just be sleeping through, right? And reruns on, you just sleep, TV watching, you sleep, and the reruns is on. It's time for you to wake up from this goddamn rerun, so-called black, Hispanic, man, woman, and child. It's high time to wake up from this rerun, all right? How much longer are you gonna want to sit here in slavery, man? Give me Isaiah 1 and 3, matter of fact. How much longer are you so-called blacks and Hispanics gonna want to sit in slavery, man? That's my question for you. Read on.
The book of Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know.
So like I need a homeborn slave. Jeremiah 2 for the what I'm looking for. So like, but that's a good one too. Matter of fact, get down Isaiah 1 and 3 again. We're gonna hit that, then we're gonna go to Jeremiah. Because they both relevant. They both relevant to tonight. Right?
Read on. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
That's right, the ox knoweth his owner and the ass his master's crib. Read.
But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
You gotta understand the white man is not our owner, our master, our God. Right? That's what you gotta understand. You used to serve God rather than man. Here you are serving man. And not just any man. You're serving your enemy. You're serving the person that enslaved you. You're serving the person that raped, robbed, and murdered you. That's how you serve. Right? You're electing to serve. You're willingly serving this devil, man. When are you going to wake up to that? You don't even consider that you were a people before you came here. Right. The Native American, oh, y'all talk about all of y'all great history, but are you considering who you really are? Latino, man, are you considering who you really are before you were called Latino, before you were forced to speak Spanish, right? We're more than basketball players and soccer players and baseball players and football players, goddamn. We are the chosen people of God, but we don't consider. All we want to do is play ball and make music. That's it. It's more to life than those things. We are more than that, man. We are more than entertainment for the devil, man. When are we going to wake up and realize this? Why is everything we want to do associated with entertainment, right? Why is that all we got? Because you were forced to be an entertainer, right? And through you entertaining your slave master, you got certain perks. He starts to like you. I like this nigga. I like him. I'm going to bring him in the house. I'm going to take him around with me, right? You remember what? Go watch Birth of a Nation. What happened Birth of a Nation? Nat Turner was this great slave preacher. Hey, take him around different plantations, right? To preach. See? Master liked him a little bit. He didn't get the same negative treatment that other slaves got. But guess what? He was still a slave. That's what brothers got to understand and realize. He was still a slave. That's what he woke up to, that he was still a slave, man. All right? It's the same thing that some of these Negroes who's getting paid M's, that they need to realize. They are still a slave. And some of them know it. Some of them understand this is nothing but the plantation. But some of them look at it as liberation. This ain't no real liberation. You on the goddamn plantation still, man. Right. You just on a higher scale plantation. Some brothers may get $8 an hour on their plantation. You might get $40 million a year on your plantation. But a plantation is still a plantation. Right. Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 14.
Bring it out.
Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave?
That's what you act like. You were made to be the gods of this earth, so-called black and Hispanic man. You were made to be the gods of this earth, Native Indian man. But instead, you're acting and functioning as a homeborn slave, as a house slave, as a house Negro. Well, the field Negroes are here to preach the message of liberation. That's who you call Christ Hamashiach Yahushua, a revolutionary black man, right? Who came to preach deliverance to the captives and the recovering of sight to the blind and the healing to them that are bruised. This is what we're here to bring out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. It's high time for you so-called Negroes and Latinos to wake up to this. Go ahead.
Why is he spoiled?
What?
Why is he spoiled?
Why in the hell are we in this position right now? We were not made to be in this position. Give me that whose judgment was not to drink of the cup, they have surely drunken. Right? Why is it that we're here right now? We weren't made for this. We weren't made to serve, right? But here we are in a state of perpetual servitude under the most vile man on the planet Earth, our oppressor. Right? We're in a state of perpetual servitude. Why? How did we get here, man? How did we get here? That's what we need to ask ourselves. What did we do? Once we understand that people are coming into quote-unquote consciousness, right? When people come into consciousness, they start to understand about the West African empires that existed, that people were taken into slavery and brought over here. They understand about the Native Indian Empire, the Aztec Empire, the Mayan Empire, the Incan Empire. They understand about the Taino Indian. And they understand that we were a great people before the white man came and put his grubby paws on everything. But we were such a great people. What in the hell happened to where we're in this position now? That should be the biggest mystery. That should be the only question as a black or Hispanic that you're asking yourself and you're asking your people. You're going to your parents. You're going to your grandparents. You're searching the history book. You're asking your teacher. This should be the question. Well, what in the hell? What is going on? Right? And what's going on is sin. That's what's going on. What's going on is once we start breaking the laws of God, God is going to reverse all this. Right? It's some divine intervention that we're in need of. Because it was divine intervention that even got us in this position in the first place. That's what you got to understand. When you say you need anything short of divine intervention to get out of this rut, this hole we're in, what you are failing to realize is divine intervention had to take place in order for us to be here now in this hole. That's right. It had to take place because this man, our oppressor is not that great. Bring it up. He's not so great to where he can just take over all these great people. He's not that great, right? So there was something on the inside, right? You can have the same force or an even greater force on your side through the Most High Yahweh if you simply will repent and have faith in His Son. It's that simple, man. Right? You got what I need?
I believe this is what you want, right?
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup was assuredly, have assuredly drunk it.
So it was not our judgment to drink of that cup. The cup is the judgment of God. That was not our, we weren't supposed to drink of the cup, but here we are, we drank of the cup. Right? Read on.
And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
See that? So understand something. If we've certainly got these punishments, if we've had to drink of that cup, all other nations are going to have to drink of this cup right on down to the dregs. Right? Right down to the dregs. Right? So now let me get Isaiah 30. You got precept?
I got this precept.
Go ahead. What are the precepts you got bringing up?
All right, Con. This is what you just said. This is Isaiah 51, verse 17. Awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling and wrung them out. There is none to guide her among all the sons whom she has brought forth, neither is there any that taketh her by the hand.
Right? Nobody gives a damn about us. Nobody's trying to help us up out of this rut. So we're trying to figure it out for ourselves. And our people, in figuring out, why is everybody who's trying to figure it out for ourselves, who've got some type of plan to liberate the black man and the black woman and rise us up, why everybody got this plan is a damn thief and a robber? Why every time somebody got a plan, all of a sudden they making a dash out the back door with a big old bag of money and Negroes is broke because of it? Why every time? Because it ain't really no plan, man. It's a get with. What they did is they see how the white man exploit us, right? How he preys upon it, how he leeches off of us financially, creatively. And you got Negroes that they just doing the same thing. They just mimicking off of us. All right, man, so like, and I'm mimicking off of the so-called white man. And how he's preyed upon us and leashed upon us. And you got those in our community that's doing the same damn thing. Where they learn it from, they learn it from Master. Right? That's where they learned it from. See? Read.
By the hand of all the sons that she has brought up, these two things are come unto thee, who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction, and the famine, and the sword. By whom shall I comfort thee?
That's right. This is talking about what's getting ready to happen to Babylon. Right? What happened to us, but our oppressor is going to get it so bad, nobody's going to comfort, nobody's going to be able to do anything. See, the Most High promised us comfort. Right? The first, his son Hamashiach Yahweh was comfort. Right? But then in the stead of Hamashiach, who you call Jesus Christ, was sent a comforter, which is the Holy Ghost. So that's here to comfort us and teach us this Bible. Read.
I'm going to jump down to verse 21. Therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus saith the Lord, and thy God that pleadeth the cause of his people.
Of who?
Of his people.
Of all people.
Of his people.
That's who God pleaded the cause of. He pleaded the cause of the so-called black, the so-called Hispanic, and Native Indian, the 12 tribes of Israel. That's who God pleads the cause of.
That's right. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury.
See, we drunk it to the dregs, but even that same cup, read.
Thou shalt no more drink it again.
There's going to come a time when we're not going to have to live in this hellhole no more, man. Or we're not going to have to worry about our people dropping dead like flies. Or we're not going to have to worry about our people strung out on drugs. Or we're not going to have to worry about our people struggling to pay bills. Or we're not going to have to worry about our people packing the jails. That's coming, read.
But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee.
There you go. They're going to have that cup. Right? And they're going to drink it right on down to the dregs. It's going to get wrung out. Right? Read on.
Which have said to thy soul, bow down.
I said, what?
Bow down.
That's what they said, bow down. Right? A Negro think because he's on this billboard, he's exalted. But let me tell you something. You know what's being said on this billboard? Bow down. You know why? Because look what's on top of it. Somebody show me what's on top of LeBron James' head right. Get that right there. What's on top? He right there too? It's right here too? What's on top of LeBron James' head? Jerry West. Jerry West up top. Right? Bow down. It just said bow down. Read.
Bow down. That we may go over.
What?
That we may go over.
See, the white man, and you can't have your heads up high at the same time. You got to bow down so that they can go over. Right? It's like you know when you was little and you used to have to do this to help somebody up over the fence. See what I'm saying? They saw like, yeah, do that so I can go over the gate. You know what I'm saying? And then once there's nobody there to help you get over the gate. See what I'm saying? Read.
Thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street.
As what?
As the street.
Yo, we have laid our body as the ground and as the street, man. They just walking all over us, man. Right? You know it?
And as the street to them that went over.
God, man. How deep is that, man? Say we just let this group of people walk all over us, man. Right? Like I seen somebody make a post on Facebook the other day and they said, it's 2020 and we're still posting about the first black person to ever do this. The first Latino, the first Native American to ever do. Like, how crazy is that? That we're still posting about color line crossing accomplishment. It's nuts. It's nuts. But also, it shows two things. It shows the oppression, but also it shows how it mentally enslaved blacks and Hispanics are. Because why do you want to be the first? Why? Why do you want to, just the same thing like Jackie Robinson, why did you want to cross the color line? We had the Negro leagues, right? You ain't want to play there. I want to go play. Oh, the white man don't want me to play in his league? Okay, well, but I want to play in his league. What? No. What? We all know. It's an old saying you knew from when you was a kid. Why you go where you're not wanted? Well, I'm going to go somewhere where people don't want me. But our people desperately have wanted the acceptance and the approval of our oppressor for all this time as a form of validation. I don't want the Negro League. I want to go play in the white man league so I can feel accepted and I can feel like I'm something, right? You can easily have a black NBA. You can easily have a black NFL. You can easily have the Negro League still in existence. Instead, you want to go get with the white man. Why? Because you feel accepted. You feel like you're somebody. When Massa rewards you, and Massa can watch you play, and Massa says that this is the top competition in the world. Now it's like, yeah, now I feel good about myself, man. Right? Precept, go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world.
That's who the ungodly is, who prosper in the world. The ungodly got enough money to build a United Center. You know how much money it probably costs to build this bad boy? And what are they doing? All they do is play basketball in here. Right. Everything else in the city is at All-State. It's not even in Chicago. It's an All-State arena. Right? So they don't even do that. They just built this just for the Bulls and the damn, what's the WNBA team? Sky. No, the Sky. The Sky, right? Just for them to come play in here, man. Right? This costs millions of dollars. Right? You got to have serious money to have that. Our oppressor the only one with that type of bankroll. Read.
They increase in riches.
They what?
They increase in riches.
That's what they increasing in, man. Riches. This whole weekend is going to make white people in the city of Chicago even more rich than they already are. Right? Read.
That was it on that. I got another piece of it. This Psalms chapter 52, verse 7. Lo, this is the man that made not God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches.
See that? That's what Esau trusted. Who's God? Give me hold what you got. Give me Genesis 34. You're going to read about a man by the name of Eliphaz. We're going to talk about Esau, the oppressor, the so-called white man. Right? We're going to talk about him tonight. Like, we're going to get on him every night, and we're going to try to wake you so-called blacks and Hispanics up to getting your head from being buried in his ass, man.
That's right.
All right? Ain't no other way I can say it.
Bring it out.
All right? Because he ain't done nothing. He is the man of sin. So he's done nothing but lead you into sin. You got to get away from sin to get liberated, man, by God.
Right.
That's what we got to do as so-called blacks and Latinos. Get far away from sin, man. Right? You got what I need? 34, you're going to read about a man by the name of Eliphaz, son of Timna. Salakia, not Eliphaz, son of Timna, because that's Job. So Eliphaz come even before Timna. Right there, he's dealing with the lineage, the genealogy of Esau. Right? 34. Is it 34? No. This ain't hold on. 34. Hold on. Skip. 36 and 15. Salakia.
Go ahead. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36 and verse 15. These were dukes of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn son of Esau.
See that? The firstborn son of Esau is Eliphaz, right? What does Eliphaz mean in the Hebrew? Aliyah Paz, which means my God is gold. He's telling you his God is money, man. That's the God of the white man. Money. Gold. See what I'm saying? So read that precept you have again.
Psalms 52 verse 7. Lord, this is the man that made not God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches.
Instead of God, he trusted in money. And guess what? He's teaching so-called blacks and Hispanics to trust in the same thing. Right? Now our people literally think, these silly Negroes out here, they literally think that money is going to solve all the problems of blacks and Hispanics. Who remember when there was that huge controversy out here and the 13-year-old girl killed that other 13-year-old girl? This was a couple years back. The 13-year-old girl ran up on her like outside the middle school and blammed her, passed her.
Okay.
You remember that? So look, I made a video about that, right? And I was talking about what we need to do to solve things like this. And somebody came on there claiming to be the girl's cousin and said, what's going to solve black people's problem is money. That's how stupid you are. Let me tell you something. Did money stop Lil Reese from getting blue in the burbs?
Bring it out.
No. That nigga got money. He was signed to Def Jam. He got a little check. He still got problems, man. It ain't solved any problems. Chief Keef can't even come back to Chicago. Tekashi ass still got his ass shot at in Times goddamn Square.
That's
right? Guess what? Money does not solve your problems. Have you never heard of the term more money, more problems?
That's right.
A lot of times you start getting more money, you start having bigger problems, right? When you start getting to some real money, you ain't happy when all y'all happy when tax time come, right? Get some real money. You're not gonna be happy when tax time come no more. It's gonna be stressful. You're gonna have to hire 2 accountants. What's the point of hiring 2 accountants? You gotta make sure the first one ain't robbing your ass, man. Right? You paying. You ain't no matter how many damn kids you have, you paying that tax man. You better write every goddamn thing off. Right? Once you get some real money, our people just don't understand that. Our people think because they don't have money, that money is going to fix every damn thing. It's not. Right? Read that from the top. But who's teaching you that? The white man. He's leading you into the way of covetousness, man. He's leading you into all sin. Read.
Psalms 52 verse 7. Lo, this is the man that made not God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches and strengthened himself in his wickedness.
Read on. And strengthened himself in what?
Strengthened himself in his wickedness.
That's this man that's been oppressing us. He trusted the abundance of his riches and strengthened himself in wickedness. That's all he's been strengthened himself in. That's all he's founded himself in. Straight and pure and utter wickedness for the last 500 years. And you silly enough to follow this devil. Go ahead.
Verse 5, do you think that the scripture saith in vain, the spirit that dwelleth in us lusteth to envy, but he giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, God resisteth the proud.
See that? He said the spirit that dwells within us lusteth to envy. See that? And that's what's going on. Our people are dealing with envy and with covetousness at a high level, and that's leading to so much sin. That's leading to so much robbery. That's leading to so much murder amongst our people. Is that lust of envy, right? Go to me. Now that's man of perdition. Remember about the man of sin too. It might be the same thing. It might say man of perdition, man of sin. That man of sin be revealed. Okay, all right, hit it. Okay.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first.
And the falling away happens. We totally have lost our identity, our nationality, who we are. We've fallen away. Paul told us that this day is not going to happen unless a falling away comes first. It's happened. Read.
And that man of sin be revealed.
And what?
That man of sin be revealed.
And that man of sin be revealed. So we're in the time now, and this is going back to the time of the nation, that the man of sin was being revealed. That we understood who this man of sin was. Right? How did this happen? Because the Nation of Islam came out and said what? The white man is the devil.
That's right. That's right.
What a revolutionary state. They said that right here in Chicago. They said it right there in Detroit, right? Where the Nation of Islam headquarters is. Right on the south side. See what I'm saying? Right, oh, it's on over east? right? Yeah, south side, but you know, east side of the south side, right? Right over east, right? They got the Nation of Islam headquarters. What did they say? The white man is the devil, and that's when the man of sin started to be revealed. Right. We gotta recognize the part that institution played in revealing the man of sin, right? Because we kind of understood it, but that declaration and the popularization of that declaration was done through that organization, right? That was an organization. See, because what you got? Give me Revelation. What are you gonna do? Give me Revelations. The fourth trumpet. Give me the fourth trumpet. Right, Revelation 7 and 8. The fourth trumpet. Right. So you got to understand the level of truth that was being brought at that time, right? But it's high time you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians repent and come back to your God, man. That's right. Start keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments, man. And stop following the ways that this evil oppressor that we have that's been reigning over us with the most oppressive, the most merciless reign that's ever happened for the last 500 years. Why the hell are we following after him? Read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 12. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars. So as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise.
See, when you deal with the moon and the sun, biblically, figuratively, it's talking about knowledge and wisdom. That's what it's talking about. So it's telling you that it was darkened, so it wasn't shining fully and completely, but it was there partially, right? That's why you got groups like the Nation of Islam, the UNIA, the different Israelite groups that was out during those time periods. They didn't have the full truth, but they had bits and pieces of information that was powerful. And the white man being the devil was the beginning of that man of sin being revealed. That was some of that sun shining. That was some of that moon shining, man. Through the NOI, through the 5% Nation, through other organizations that shared that same sentiment, man. All right? That was part of that. Read. Lesson on that. Go back to what you had.
Psalms 52. Psalms 52, verse 7. Lo, this is the man that made not God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches.
That's the problem with our people right there. The trust in the abundance of the riches. Right? That's what so many of our people are trying to lead their lives to doing. There's nothing wrong with you trying to get a little money, to try to take care of yourself, to get you a little crib, get you a little car, take care of your family. Nobody's teaching a damn poverty doctrine, all right? But what we're saying is do not trust in the abundance of your riches, man. All right? Chris Rock, y'all gotta go watch Chris Rock. Chris Rock Never Scared. That's one of the best stand-ups of all time, right? He used to say something, I ain't talking about rich, I'm talking about wealthy. There is no wealthy black or brown people, man. All right? He said riches could go away with a coke habit, man. Ask Rick James about it, man. Right? Ask him ask Hammer how he went broke, man. Right? Hammer was rich, right? How many number ones Hammer had, man? Right? And went broke in Oakland, California, man. Now he done got it back. Now he's a partial owner of Twitter and he's doing this thing. But he went flat broke, Hammer did, man. Right? Why? Because we don't have true wealth. We don't have generational wealth, man. Right? So it could be lost at any time. So you don't trust in that. You trust in the Most High that he's going to look you out. That he's going to be there for you. That he's going to maintain you. Right? That's what you trust in. Read.
And strengthen himself in his wickedness.
What?
Strengthen himself in his wickedness.
A lot of our people, I'm going to tell you that to show you an example of this in the Bible. I mean, not in the Bible, in the world. There's a movie starring Omar Epps and LL Cool J called In Too Deep. That nigga going around calling himself God. He started trusting in his riches and the abundance of his evil. You see that how that nigga was just plain evil, right? Who did he learn that behavior from? Where do our people learn to act like that from? We learn to act like that from the white. That's him. You turn into him because you idolize him. Give me the image of the beast. Revelation, what is that, 13? Because he became your golden standard. He became who you looked up to. Right? But who you need to look up to and who you need to make your golden standard is who you call Jesus Christ, who's a black man just like you.
That's right. Read. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
That's talking about that RFID chip, man. Read.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
Meaning what? They're getting ready to come into a cashless society, and if you don't got an RFID chip in your ass, guess what? You're not going to be engaging in commerce. You're not going to be buying and selling. Read.
Save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Read on.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, threescore.
Right, 666, because that's the percentage of so-called blacks and Hispanics that's going to be conformed to the beast. 66.6% or 2/3. Read on. I need an image, though. That's why I need image. Chapter 14. You made an image. You go. It's in 13 too. 13 and 15, go.
15? Revelation 13 and verse 15. He that had, and he had power to command.
You good. Right? Because a lot of our people are conformed to this image, to the beast's image. Right? And the beast is, in particular, this Western European white man. The Roman Empire, right? That Western European white man is this beast. Read.
Right.
You good? Tell the point. Go ahead, 13, 15. Go ahead.
13, 15. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 15.
Read on.
From the top.
Go ahead.
And he said, had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
And to the image of the beast. Right? Life unto that image. When you deal with that term image, it means the golden standard. He had life, he had power to give life to that golden standard. Right? To indoctrinate people. He had power to indoctrinate and teach people for this to be their golden standard. Read.
That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
That's right. Worship the image of the beast. That's indoctrinate people with white supremacy. That's what that means. That's what how you worship the image. You're indoctrinated with white supremacy, right? When you're a so-called black or Hispanic and you feel like you're more beautiful if you're lighter than you naturally are, or the lighter ones of us are better looking than the darker ones of us, you've been indoctrinated with white supremacy. You are worshiping the image of the beast.
That's right.
It's what you're doing, right? Go ahead.
And he,
or if you think that just blue eyes or just green eyes are just the greatest thing ever, guess what? You're worshiping the image of the beast, because that's setting that man as your golden standard, right? Read on.
And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that
that's on that, right? I just want to go to image. Give me that Romans, matter of fact, because we got to compare and contrast images. Because the beast got an image, but there's an image that the Most High said that we should be conformed to as well. 8 towards the end. That the Most High said we should be conformed to. Right? What's that image? Read.
This is Romans 8 and 28. This is Romans 8 and 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. Verse 29. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son.
See that? To be conformed to the image of his son. If you conform to the image of the Son of the Most High, who you call Jesus Christ, whose name in the Hebrew is Yahushua, but you've been conformed to it, that's your golden standard. Yahushua is your golden standard. What do we know he did? We know he did not sin. So what are we going to do? We're going to not sin. This don't mean everyone's going to have an afro and be dark skinned, all right? What this means is you're not going to sin, man. Right? Give me that in 1 John 3 metaphor. Right? That's what that means. We're not going to sin through the Spirit of the Most High. Right? That's what it's about. That's what we're trying to call you blacks and Latinos out of, man. Stop serving your flesh. Stop serving the indoctrination of massa and white supremacy, and start serving the Most High and the law is like his son, man. Right. That's what we're teaching you so-called Negroes. That's what God is using us to come out here in the freezing cold and call you up out of, man. Yes, through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? 1 John 3 in verse 9. Yeah, come.
1 John chapter 3 verse 9.
Yeah.
Whoever is born of God doeth not commit sin.
See that? Who is born of God, right? Who is born of God, though? The Son of God, right? You got to be conformed to his son. His son ain't sin. So whoever is born of God, who is a son of God, do not sin. So that's what we calling you so-called blacks and Latinos out of sin. We calling you to cease from sin. And it's possible through Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Right? Read.
Whosoever is born of God doeth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him.
See that? His seed remaineth in him. Who is his seed? It's talking about Hamashiach. When you in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, you call Jesus Christ, you ain't going to commit sin. Because number one, you can't even be without sin, without believing in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. That's pursuant to Deuteronomy 18. If you don't adhere to him, you don't recognize the man that he was prophesied to be sent, then guess what? You sin, you breaking that law.
That's right.
And he cannot sin.
It said what?
And he cannot sin.
He cannot sin. But what do we see our people out here doing? Nothing but sin. So now we calling y'all back to be who you are, the rightful sons of God through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what we calling you so-called Negroes and Latinos to do, man. Right? Read.
Because he is born of God.
Because he is what?
Because he is born of God.
If you're born of God, you're not going to be out here breaking the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High God. That's what we need to recognize as so-called blacks and Hispanics, man. We need to stop breaking the laws of God, man. That's what time. It ain't time for nothing else but to cease from sin. It's not time for the all-star folly, right?
That's right.
It's not time to get ready for Mardi Gras and spring break. It's time to stop sinning.
That's right.
Wait. Give me Isaiah 33 real quick. Isaiah 33 and 5. Right? Get this and close before we head to the other spot and rebuke this concert. Right, Reed?
The book of Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 5. The Lord is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He has filled Zion with judgment.
He has what?
He has filled Zion with judgment.
He has filled Zion with judgment. Pay attention, Reed.
And righteousness.
And what?
And righteousness.
He has filled Zion with judgment and righteousness, right? Yet I turn on a goddamn TV. Every time I go on the internet, I see a little boy by the name of Zion who's changing his name to Zion because he's a girl. But Zion is supposed to be filled with judgment and righteousness, man.
That's right.
This is how evil our people have become in this place, man. Who has taught you this madness, man? That's my question. Who has indoctrinated you with this madness? To where you're okay with this. And this man is honored and praised in the National Basketball Association. D. Wade. He's a damn traitor, man. He has failed his people. He has failed his child. Right? Finish that.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Skip to 14.
Verse 14. The sinners in Zion are afraid.
What?
Are afraid.
That's what everybody should be, man. Afraid. So Zion should be afraid now. Now that he's Zion. Now that he's Zion, he should be afraid. Read.
Fearfulness has surprised the hypocrites.
Ooh, that's what's getting ready to happen. Because y'all claim to know God and love God, but you're okay with telling somebody, yeah, little boy, you a girl. Fearfulness is going to take over that hypocrite, Dwayne Wade, that hypocrite, Gabrielle Union. Right? Read. What did your people ever do to you that you would do this to them? What did we ever do to you? We've done nothing but love you. Right? What's that first, we done love Gabrielle Union. What's that first movie she was in, man? Damn, what was something? We done love her since, she was she was in something before that. She was in something, as like a high school student, man. Loving basketball. We've loved you. And you did this to us? Not only did she do this, she told the damn state of Georgia that she ain't filming no more in their state if they outlaw abortion. What do we do to you that makes you want to murder us and makes us want to murder each other? And approve that. What have we done to you that makes you want to make black men in the cross dressing? What in the hell have we done to you? Wait, D-Wade, we loved you. We loved you when LeBron got with you. We loved you when Shaq got with you. Right? Read.
Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire?
That's what's coming. Devouring fire to the D-Wades of this world, to the Gabriels of this world, to the Zayas of this world. Who's going to be able to dwell in that fire? Read.
Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burning?
That's what's coming, man. To the sinners in Zion. To those that don't want to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, guess what's getting ready to happen? Fire. Devouring, consuming fire.
Right.
Thus saith the Most High. Right? Let me know what you got.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, starting at verse 11. And they that had loathed my law while they yet had liberty.
You got liberty, man. You can choose now. You can say, I'm gonna keep the law, statute, commandments, or I'm gonna just be wicked. You can make the choice. What do you want to do? Read.
When as yet place of repentance was open unto them.
There's an open repentance to all you so-called Negroes and Latinos. But if you choose to loathe the law, hate the law of God right now, read on.
Understood not, but despised it.
But you despise the law. You doing something, if you even support what Dwayne Wade is doing, you despise the law of God. Read.
The same must know it after death by pain.
That's going to be the judgment. So you can despise what we're doing now, what we're talking about, the word of God right now. Because it ain't even us. We just vessels. The Most High is trying to communicate to y'all. Yahweh in heaven, your maker. Guess what? You going to learn. If you don't learn by niggas on the street corner, you going to learn through death by pain.
That's right.
That's what you going to learn about. Give me, what is that, Romans 9? Why have thou made me thus? And then we going to cut to the other little picture.
Here we go. This is Romans chapter 9, starting at verse 20. Nay, but oh man, who art thou that repliest against God?
That's who these men are. 12-year-old Zion, born with male reproductive organs, replied against God. Read.
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
That's what all these damn trainings see. And guess what? Here's what they don't. Here's what they don't want you to see. They don't. Anybody can go on YouTube right now and look at something. It's called tranny, or not tranny. What is it called? What's the damn surgery called? The post-op. Regret videos. You got people going, man, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Even Bruce Jenner, he didn't even get his joints chopped off. He just went and got suppressed like a freak. Like a Baphomet freak. Right? But he didn't even, he's like, nah, I'm not just finna get it kind of like, I don't even know about that. He couldn't fully commit. Right? He didn't go all the way. See, they got these regret videos, and I heard some of these people posting regret videos and complaining that YouTube is shadow blocking a lot of these videos. They don't want people to see that. Right? You were plotting against God, man. Read.
I got a piece of about that surgery. Deuteronomy 28, verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And that's madness.
That's you got to be out of your goddamn mind to do something like that. All this is a result of sin, man. So the message is stop sinning, black and Hispanic man. With that, we gonna give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. We gonna cut to another location. Shalom.
SICARRI.
We are the children of the one Yahweh.
The chosen.
Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given his laws to us. Now everything belongs to us.
Shalom, what's going on? It's your brother, Chief Priest Alazar Lawyer, aka the Gorilla Hebrew. And I'm just letting y'all know I just dropped my official clothing line, Urban Gorilla. Go to urbangorilla.com right now to check us out, man, and pick something up. There's URBNGRLA.com. We got all kind of items for men, women, children, even infants, as well as fragrance oil, smell goods. You can also check out Hebrew Israelite Clothing Co., another SICARRI business, on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can hit up deaconsicari.com to get your plug on the scarves, the music, and the children's Bibles. Thanks for your time. All praise to the Most High. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.